Arkansas. Hello. Hello. Mac, after the holiday, we'll figure this out, okay? I know you're there.
No problem, Karen. Yeah, I was going to say Arizona's in the house too. Give a big shout out from us.
You're down from Phoenix. Welcome. Welcome. With all that beautiful weather, right? Yeah. Hello, it's Jeannie in Florida. Hi, Jeannie in Florida. Another one with the beautiful weather. And Mac, who has to leave the beautiful weather to go to even more beautiful weather. It's 61 degrees here right now. Well, Jeannie, I'm in a winter coat today. It's cold. I know. It's colder where you are. It's cold. It's cold. It's cold. I don't even think the turkeys are coming out. It's cold. Who else was this? Carol, do not complain. It's not that bad. It's a slight frost. I know. I know. Dr. Dees, it's good to hear your voice. Oh, thank you, hon. I'm right here. I am right here, guys. Anyone else want to say hello? I'm going on mute. Oh, go on. Absolutely. Go on mute. Okay. So, guys, welcome to tonight's call. I am Dr. Karen Spencer-Dees. I'm going to host. I'm hosting the call tonight. This is your weekly Sunrider product call where we love, and we do, right? So we love to go over and talk about the foods and the food-grade skincare and really all the environmentally safe products that we have that allow for our bodies, our homes, our environments, our surroundings to support our way of life, our healthy lifestyle, but also to support us in what we like to call renewing, right, and regenerating. And the philosophy of Sunrider is really significant and substantial and different. It is a philosophy that we like to really dive into, and I'm just going to kind of cover it for a second because I know a lot of you know what it is, but there are some of you I know that you're texting me that haven't been on the call in a while, or you might be new. And really, the philosophy of regeneration really states that if we feed our bodies and we give them the right nutrition in a concentrated form, in a way that's absorbable, and in the correct variety, then our bodies can do miraculous things. They can regenerate themselves or to make new. And I really like to say that regeneration also looks like restoring, right? Restoring one's health, rebuilding of one's body, muscles, tissue, right? Renewing that zest and that spirit you have for life, allowing for your brain to function a little bit clearer. All of a sudden, that pep in your step and that zest you have for life starts to evolve and come back because our focus is not on our illness. Our focus becomes on our wellness. And Sunrider's philosophy of regeneration and feeding us these correct foods allow for our bodies truly to focus on wellness. And it's very important, and I'm going to give you a little bit of my background in a minute, but it's very important we understand that the goal of Sunrider and the goal of really eating the best possible foods we can eat is really not about curing our disease, right? It's not just stopping and fixing a problem. It's about feeding our entire being or our whole body so that our bodies, right, function on wellness. And if we look at the difference between really one-stop fix, I have a stomach ache, so I used some Assimilate and my stomach felt better. Well, what really are we using the Assimilate for? We're using it for treatment. Sunrider's philosophy and why it's different is that we eat, right, to nourish a system. So that system supports us. It gets stronger. And the key here, guys, is we rebuild ourselves. So the focus of Sunrider is a building block. It's not a cure for disease, and it's not a one-stop shop where we fix a problem. It's eating it for the rest of our lives so that we have a better quality of life and that we have long-term regeneration. Because a fix might, it's kind of like taking, right, an aspirin might give you a short-term relief. But the goal of Sunrider is not short-term relief, it's a long-term quality of health that truly is going to give you a different level of health. And so the longer you use and consume these foods, the longer the cells have to repair themselves, to renew themselves, and to regenerate themselves. And so whether you're starting today or you're pregnant and you're eating these foods and you have a new baby, or whether you have aged, as a lot of us have, and are beginning, or for some of you, beginning again, wherever you begin today is a wonderful day. And today, as my mom always used to say, can be the first day of the rest of your life. So to put that in a little bit of a nutshell, we are using and consuming these Sunrider foods for wellness, for long-term, new and better quality of health through the philosophy of regeneration. That's why we eat them. And that's why some of us will be eating these the rest of our lives, and we know the difference, okay? I want to remind you that the body is not the neck down. This is Dr. Dees speaking to you. This is not the neck down. It's also the neck up, okay? We need to feed our mind. Very important. You understand that nourishing the brain and nourishing the communication from the brain to the body is critical. Okay, so we're not talking about treating the stomach ache from the neck down. Everyone remember, we start from the neck up. Everything starts with what we think. Everything will start with how the brain communicates to the body. Okay, so we need to feed everything. So with that said, I am Dr. Karen Spencer Dees. I have been with Sunrider for over 25 years now. I actually began using and consuming the Sunrider foods when I was a student, like a lot of you on this call tonight, in college. And as a matter of fact, my kids still laugh that I began all the way back in college. And I had my own health challenges. And as most of you know, or some of you know, I was accepted to a program, a wonderful school in Tokyo, through my university at the University of Massachusetts here. And while I was there, I had a flare-up of what we call endometriosis. It's an endocrine imbalance that affected my life greatly. A lot of surgeries, a lot of health challenges. And while I was there at school, I went into the hospital in Tokyo. And it was my experience being in the hospital in Japan that changed my life. They introduced me to Sunrider. And as I've shared with many of you, it was the combination of the doctor who had an MD and the herbologist and the nutritionist who all came in together and gave me a very different viewpoint on what health really was. And then introduced me to a company that when I came back to the United States, I should look at. They thought it would be very good for me. That was all those years ago. And I had to track down. I actually went looking for Sunrider. Nobody came knocking on the door. I had to go all the way to Japan, learn about it, come all the way back to the United States and track it down. So I want you to know, guys, how blessed you all are that you know about it. I have been in practice, my goodness, for a long time. I have been a doctor at Stanford in the field of fertility, infertility, and nutrition, and have only and always used in my practice Sunrider. It is the line I have carried and the line I will always carry. I believe that it is the one product line that actually allows for the body to digest and absorb food in a concentrated form and allows for regeneration to happen. I look at blood work all the time, every day, and I saw it in the blood. It was life-changing for me to observe it in my own body, and then to observe it in so many other, mostly women, in their bodies, in their blood, as we were looking to help them not miscarry. And so I'm fascinated all the time by all of us who mix a powder or put what looks like a tea bag in a cup of water and don't give it a thought, and how life-changing it truly is. So tonight I want to talk to you a little bit about two things. Now, all of you know I have not been hosting, and I want to give thanks and heartfelt gratefulness to everybody who's hosted in my place. I have been with my children and taken a little time to help them with some of their needs. And so with that, I want you to know that all of my children use and consume all the Sunrider foods too, and have been raised that way. But you have all emailed me a lot. And so I want to cover some of the products and the foods that you truly have been asking about. For all the prior calls that the All-Inners did, and Maureen and Carol and Roberta and Melina and everybody who participated, thank you. Jeannie, Karen, thank you, everybody. It mattered. And you covered so many wonderful topics and amazing products. And Richard, with all of his knowledge on exercise and fitness, has made a difference in so many lives. So all I'm really going to do is answer all the questions that were not answered on those calls. And I want to begin by talking to you about the importance of right now. And right now, for some of you, you're very healthy. And a few of you have already texted me that you're in college, and I'm going to talk to you about that in a second. You are studying, you're coming home for Thanksgiving, I'm reading it. You are all very healthy, and some of you have health challenges. We're all in the same place, okay? We're all going to eat these foods to allow our bodies to rebuild. How long it takes, what we notice, everyone's different. But I promise you that if you eat these foods, your body will utilize them for good, and you will notice over time improvement. The questions have really been substantial about how to build your body and stay healthy. And one of the questions that I received, and I really want to cover it right now, has to do with the fact that for a lot of you, and I'm going to address this gentleman who just texted, who's in college. And a lot of you have either customers or grandchildren or children that are either of college age or a little bit older, in their 20s, and even in high school. And there has been, guys, we've all been focused either on or off COVID. And what we missed was this is an entire flu season. And for a lot of these students, they are getting hit over the head with the flu. And it's contagious. And they are tired, and he's yesing me. He said, yes, they are tired, and they are studying. And a lot of you do not know yet to send your children, right, with Sunrider to college or start their days this way. I'm going to ask that you really do this. It's not just about us if we don't feel well. It's about raising the next generations so that they really have a foundation of health. And I want to just state that there are some simple products while at school or during the season that make a difference. And they make a difference for all children and all students and all younger people. And it's important that we focus here for a minute. The cold and flu season is upon us. And whether you believe in a flu shot or you don't, does not matter at this moment. We all need to keep our immune systems and our resilience strong. We all need to have enough nutrition in our bodies so that whatever germs are out there, whatever they are, our bodies can handle them. Versus just waiting, as this young man just said, to get sick. And then he said he asked his mom, what should he do? And so there is a difference, and I'm going to give you both sides of this. What do we do to stay strong through this cold and flu season? Now, this will apply to all ages, guys, but I just want to just really single out for a minute all of the younger people who believe that they could just override it. They had, youth on their side, and there is an outbreak literally in the majority of universities right now. And it will, after the Thanksgiving break here, hit the public school systems. And so it becomes important right now, beginning today, to start your building up and prevention. See, that's different than, I don't feel well. This is, how do I get myself in a position to be really strong? And so the first thing, guys, is the importance of the immune boosting foods that we have. And the first one is really Nu+, and we've covered it for many reasons. But I'm just going to throw it out there that for everybody, if for some reason you cannot use Nu+, it's okay. If you want it without soy, get the original. If you want it without flavor or extra fruit, get the Simply Herbs. But I want to remind everybody that the philosophy of regeneration is based on a concept of nourishing, balancing, and cleansing the body. All three matter. Nourishing means that I'm taking in enough quality nutrition that it's filling in all my missing gaps. And for students of all ages, it's a daily battle of nutritional deficiencies and gaps. For new moms, constant deficiency of gaps. It's different than saying, I have a headache, what should I take? This is, how do I build myself so that these gaps are filled in? That's where Nu+ fits. Every day, any time of the day, especially at the beginning of the day when you wake up. And for a lot of you, you stayed up, studying, playing games, whatever it is you're doing. So rest is not really current. But Nu+ will fill in every deficiency from the day before immediately, and it gets you back to your starting line. This is important because it's the right balance and combination of what we call a prebiotic blend. It means that it's got all the right nutrients, minerals, the correct vitamins in their whole food state, all the right complex carbohydrates, the right version of proteins, so that whatever you woke up with from the day before or week before, you start anew. And I want everybody to really remember this. If we wait too long in the morning to start filling in those nutritional deficiencies, we end up treating them instead. We end up symptomatic very quickly. So every morning of every day, you have a chance, a new moment, to fill in from the night before and the day before and the weeks before the imbalances. And that is with Nu+. And when you fill in those nutritional gaps by pouring that powder, right? In a bottle of water, in a cup of water, shake it. Put it in some hot water, put it in orange juice, put it in apple juice, it doesn't matter. Open it up, eat it dry. Just get it in. You start from the head down, right? You start every system of your body healthy. And you start it functioning optimally, not deficiently. And so if we're asking our bodies every day to catch up, we never get there. But if we start our day and give it the nutrition to get it caught up, we actually can put on our sneakers and run this race. And when your nutrition is caught up, your immune system is at its strongest. It's when we're deficient that our immune system is at its weakest. And so for whatever reasons, and usually it's just studying or having a good time or kids stressed or the fact that everybody from the left to the right is sneezing and coughing. Or for some of you, it's the joy of the holidays that stresses you, but in a good way. it still requires what we call using of calories and your nutrients. You have to restore them. So for every child, every young adult, every college student, use that New Plus to start your day. Every mom or dad who's making, or grandparent who is making breakfast in the morning, if you're making oatmeal, put it in there. If you're making a smoothie, put it in there. Find a way to get it in. Give everybody a fighting chance to be caught up, and then all of a sudden the brain works better. The recovery is faster. And then as you go through the day, students who have the ability, right? Younger adults, pay attention to when you start to begin to feel tired again, or that I've run out of energy, and carry that New Plus with you. You can carry it in a bar form if you want, but carry it with you and eat it again, and make this a tool, a lifestyle tool, that instead again of playing catch up in the middle of the day, you preventatively get yourself caught up, so you're ahead of the game. You will study better, you'll thrive, you'll feel better, and you won't get as sick. And if you do, you'll recover faster. For every adult who's asking themselves, does this apply to me? It applies to all of us. There's a reason it's NBC beginning with N. That N is nutrition. If we don't put back in ourselves what we've used up, lost, or for whatever reason became deficient in, stress, medications, environments, whatever it may be, poor food choices, doesn't matter. You have a new day, a new moment. Ask yourself the question, do I want to treat the symptoms coming my way today? Or would I like instead to nourish myself at the beginning of the day and throughout the day, and preventatively, right? Preventatively nourish myself, and then thrive. Thrive. So different. We here in the United States are known for waiting for an imbalance and looking for treatment. We are not known for preventative nutrition. And yet, this is what works. So, again, New Plus comes in a bar, Sun Bar. It's the perfect combination. It's not a question mark, just do it. Just do it. For those who have gotten sick, you can absolutely eat New Plus to help recover. And the beauty of Sunrider is that it is dense nutrition, but low in calorie. So it is the perfect concentrated amount of nutrients without empty calories. So the body can convert it to energy fast. It's transported in your bloodstream very quickly. It's pre-digested. You recover faster. And there's no limit how much you can eat. Eat it until you don't want it. Eat it before bed if you struggle going to sleep. The young man just asked me, can I use this at night when I'm having long nights studying? Of course. Of course. And I'm not going to fool myself and think you won't eat the pizza too. I know who you are. However, this is a better first choice. Eat the New Plus. Now, I want to add on to this for a minute and remind everybody that for everybody going through any version of stress or school at all, we have a product that is called SunFit Protein Plus. That is a version of New Plus and can be added to the New Plus to enhance it with more protein. For everyone in school and for all of you who have kids at home, add this to their New Plus. Add this to their New Plus. This is important. For all of you who are at school and you go to the gym like my kids do in college and work out, or you're on a team, or you are just busy going from class to class, or you're studying all night, you need more nutrition, more protein. Add Sunfit Protein Plus. For all of you who are aging, who are wondering how to turn back the clock, who are wondering how to have a little bit more pep in your step, less porous bones, where your body feels stronger, more agile, more capable, right? Just look at the amazing quality of New Plus. The Sunrider Sunfit Protein Plus is equally as substantial. I want to read you something from Sunrider's products fact sheet on the Protein Plus, because I think it's important we understand. Sometimes if we are that busy, like all the students are, and the new moms are, and even as we look at it, anyone who goes to work out or anyone who wants better recovery, we have to look at how to get the most nutrition in one drink, because nobody wants to drink another drink. And sometimes what I've learned is, even with the best intentions, people leave those drinks at home, on the desk, they don't finish them. So I want you to just add it to the New Plus. Sunrider states, power up with pure plant protein. The Sunfit Protein Plus has 20 grams of pea and rice proteins, plus vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and complex carbs in every serving. This is an effective and important product for everyone who has an active lifestyle. The key here is that it supports energy for everybody. And when we, again, are supporting an active lifestyle because we feel better, we are going to use up more calories because we're more active. And when we're more active and we're doing more and we're recovering, we require more nutrition, not less. So, everybody, one more time, who is studying, who is in school, who has kids, New Plus with Protein Plus. For the adults, guys, listen to my words. If you want more energy, if you want more muscle growth, more recovery, being that everyone is on a 21-day, right, fitness challenge, if you want your bones, your muscles, your joints to repair, to rebuild, to regenerate, to feel better, if you want more brain stimulation and recovery, not one or the other, add the Protein Plus to your New Plus. Do them both. Do them both. And especially at this time of year, as I stated, if we start our day and finish our day with the best quality nutrition, your immune system, first and foremost, will be at its strongest. And you will be the most resilient, and that's what we're looking for. Okay? So you can think of this as body regeneration, and again, we can also think of it as brain stimulation and regeneration, both. Okay? Now to that, I want to remind you that for all of us, for everybody, this is that time of year with this flu season is brutal. It is brutal. Alpha-20C plays a very important role, and we cover it. And yet you email me about it, so I'm going to remind you again. You can add your Alpha-20C directly to your New Plus with your Protein Plus and have the most wonderful, empowering, substantial immune-building drink. This product is truthfully designed to actually nourish the T cells. And for those of you that don't know what T cells are your white blood cells. T cells are your fighter T cells. That is your immune system. That is your defense system. So it becomes very important that anybody whose immune system is compromised or running low, or you notice you're tired, you're weary, you're exhausted, maybe you're mentally tired, maybe you're physically tired, whatever it may be. you have got to put in alpha-20C into your combination so that your immune system can rebuild itself. We constantly replace our white blood cells. And if you give those white blood cells nutrition, then after about 90 days, you'll have a new set of white blood cells that are healthier. So if you look at your health in a little bit of chunks of time, think of it as 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. And that's why I always challenge everybody to be on NBC for 3 months, because it takes 90 days to replace your defense cells or your white blood cells. So if you want to see a change, you've got to give it enough time. You've got to give it the body enough time. The other beauty to this is it allows for where you currently are to be improved upon. So you will notice that if you are feeling tired and you are feeling maybe you have a sore throat or your nose is running, or you know that it's your season where you tend to have either what we call fall or winter allergies, or you notice that you're constantly being surrounded by a lot of people that are sneezing and coughing, or maybe you've had an event in your life, right, where, especially over these past few years, where you just feel that you want to boost your immune system for whatever your reasons. Personally, I do it just to prevent. But whatever your reasons, students, everybody alike, adults alike, all ages, we all have to put in food to build our defense system and give our fighter T cells a chance to fight for us. The difference would be if you didn't feel well and you were using alpha-20C because you didn't feel well, more as a treatment, and that is okay. It absolutely makes a difference. It absolutely helps, but it's not short term, and it's not just designed to that one fix, right? Of I had a cold, I used alpha-20C, I feel better, and it's over. No, this is designed to give those white blood cells the healthiest, right? The healthiest chance to defend you. And if we look at the majority of diseases, they truly begin and end with inflammation. And so, believe it or not, alpha-20C really is the product that allows the reduction of inflammation or the prevention. And so, if you think of reducing swelling, think of what that feels like if your body inside, and you might not even know it, didn't feel swollen. For anyone who's ever had a migraine headache, you know what it feels like, right? When your brain is throbbing, when your head is throbbing. For anybody who's ever had any kind of repair work or hurt their hip, their knee, right? Maybe your ankle flares up. You know what inflammation feels like. Someone who's had an arthritic response, you know. Now, what if I told you that alpha-20C can make the body stronger so that it can prevent or reduce inflammation? It'd be worth using, right? And it's worth using for all our children of all ages. And I want to just let you know, I began my children when they were infants with alpha-20C in bottles and sippy cups. Okay, so it's not for just when we don't feel well. And that's why I wanted to point that out. Sunrider states on their product fact sheet that this formula nourishes your T cells to support a healthy immune system while giving you, right, fortifying or nourishing nutrients, antioxidants. And I think that one thing that I love about this is that you have the option of capsules, vegetarian capsules, or powder. And so the powder is really the equivalent of 10 capsules. And so it is truly a wonderful adult serving that will last you through the day. For those, you all know this, because it's food and it's not medicine, it's food, then you get to, if you are in a deficient state or need immunocompromised, then you can eat as many powder packets or capsules as you'd like. But for the children, a couple of capsules is sufficient. It's sufficient. Okay? So if we look at adding, even if we were just to make it, right, use our oatmeal, we'll use that as a base for the moment, and we add in New Plus, and we add in some of the Protein Plus, and we add in a little of the Alpha 20C, I promise you guys, you've started your day right. You started your day correct. One of the other products that I think is equally as important for everybody, and especially those that are at school, is going to be Citrix C. And again, it's another one of these products that a lot of you have emailed me about, that you wanted to know why Citrix C over all the other vitamin C's that are on the market that you like. And I'm going to explain this again. We're looking for the correct ingredients. We're looking for ingredients of foods that actually have a large amount of vitamin C naturally occurring in them. For example, bell peppers have more vitamin C in them, or any pepper, right? We can think of any pepper, chili peppers, any peppers, have more vitamin C than an orange. But we all are used to the idea that the orange has vitamin C. But there are other vegetables and fruits that might have a little bit more. Either way, eating the whole food version of the vitamin C allows for your body to naturally absorb it. It's more efficient and effective because its synergy is intact, how it is derived, how it is born, right? And all of its, I always say all of its siblings, all the other vitamins that are necessary to break it down are all intact with it. That's different than extracting vitamin C out of something and then us taking an isolated version of vitamin C. That can be used as a treatment, but that is not regenerative. It will never build you. It will treat you. Sunrider Citrix C is in its whole food state. So it is, think of it, it's the pepper and it's the orange, and it's a concentrated amount of them. That's why it works differently. It allows for us to have the benefit of vitamin C, but keeping it in its food form, so that our bodies not only build from it, but we repair and we regenerate from it. And so the other piece I find important is I'm always about making sure that families are not giving children too many vitamins that are toxic, because anyone can read information and think, my child has a temperature, my child doesn't feel well, how much vitamin C is too much vitamin C? And there are toxic levels when we're dealing with isolated vitamins, especially with children. Sunrider, we don't have to worry about any of that. One, Doctors Chen, right, are studied and are well educated in pharmacology, nutrition, and Dr. Oilan Chen is a licensed medical doctor and obstetrician and raised 5 kids and grandchildren now. Okay, so we have from the top down everybody feeding their children Citrix C, but it's because it's in its food grade form that I have no fear, no worries at all. So if you look at the Citrix C, send it right off to school, everybody will benefit from it. You chew it, right? We don't swallow it like a capsule, chew it. You want it to dissolve in your mouth and immediately mix with the saliva, and it begins to work. So for everybody who does have and notices the signs of, same thing, I have a cold, right? I have a runny nose, my throat doesn't feel great, I have allergies, my kids in preschool with other kids who don't feel good, can I give them Citrix C? Can he eat this every day? Absolutely. All of us, preventatively, every day, and especially through the season, need to all be adding Citrix C to our Alpha 20C, to our New Plus, and our Protein Plus. All of us. If you want to get through the season with regeneration and resilience. For those of us that see a lot of people, right, and we're around a lot of people, I promise you, you're going to be very grateful that your immune system was strong. The last one that I really found important, and again, one that so many of you emailed me about, surprisingly, and that was our Cali. Our Cali beverage looks like it's in a tea bag, but it's really a cheesecloth. It is substantially different than any green tea on the market. It is 4 to 10 times stronger in nutritional value. I'm going to pull up the fact sheet for you. And all the leading research, whether it's from the Cancer Institutes, or it has to do with skincare, or it has to do with the health of the skin, the health of the body, the health of all of us, we all know that in order for our bodies to utilize all the good we're putting in that are nourishing us, we also have to allow for the bodies to get rid of what keeps us sick, right? What we breathed in, what is sitting in our bodies that our bodies are not eliminating, that are causing cells to metastasize, or they're causing us to feel run down. Maybe it's air we breathe, the quality of our environment. It can be foods, right? It can be health issues. It can be many things, from even perfumes. It can be many, many, many things. But it really doesn't matter the why. What matters is that our kidneys are functioning optimally. And so as much as we need to support putting good in, we have to allow, believe it or not, hear me on this, we have to allow our bodies to take in nourishment to feed our cleansing organs. We're not looking for just a cleanse. And we're not looking for a diuretic. We're looking to nourish the organs and systems of our body that by design cleanse us. That's why you urinate every day, right? That is how your body works. It eliminates. We take in, we let out. If everything that was toxic stayed inside us, we'd all be sick. The function of the cleansing organs is critical, and the health of those organs is critical. So whereas most products on the market will say it's a cleanse or it's cleansing, they're actually stripping away, whether it's nutrients with water, with the good and the bad go out with it. And it's dictating to the organs, I'm asking you and telling you to cleanse. That's not what we're doing. That's not what Cali tea is. Cali tea feeds your kidneys, your liver. It actually feeds your brain. It allows for this amazing type of nourishment to go to the cleansing parts of your body and allow your body to eliminate. And so some of you have excess mucus, right? Think about how your nose runs every day to the back of your throat. You need that thinned out and cleansed, right? And so what Sunrider has done with Cali beverage or Cali tea is it fortifies the body's ability to cleanse. Wherever you need to cleanse, however you need to cleanse, while strengthening the kidneys. And so you may notice that you urinate more at times. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. It means the body's wanting to get rid of something. But Sunrider is doing it through food. And what I love is how Sunrider has put on all of its labels now something amazing about each product. And right in front of me, I'm looking at a box of Cali, and it says rebalance with cleansing plant extracts. Doesn't say cleanse, it says rebalance. You help put the body back in balance through cleansing. And so if we look at Sunrider's product fact sheet and we look at the importance of this product to keep your resilience and your immune system strong. We know that we're putting in all these good things. We also know we need food to help us get rid of the yucky and the bad stuff. And that's where Cali fits. And one Cali bag you can put in 1 cup of water. You can put in 6 cups of water, however you like it. But there's enough research on what the benefits of green tea, and especially this one amazing plant called Camellia sinensis. You can Google it. It's everywhere. It's all over the amazing journals of medicine, that this one herb, which is the main ingredient in both our Cali and Fortune Delight, have the ability to help your body naturally remove what we call free radicals, which is all of the toxins and the poisons that your body doesn't know what to do with and ultimately will make you sick. And yet, this to me is brilliant. This is like a magnet. It pulls it out, but it does it in a gentle way. And I have yet to find anything else that allows the body to flush a free radical that ultimately would have harmed us. And so Sunrider states that it's a proprietary blend of green tea and herbal extracts. They're calling this super tea. This super tea is made with our exclusive concentration method that enhances the release of what are called tea catechins. And this is the nutrition you need. And it states that traditional grinding of tea leaves cannot do what this type of exclusive concentration method can do. And that the Cali will protect you against new free radicals that you're breathing in or taking in, and ones that are already inside you, while supporting your body's natural cleansing and also digestive processes, because we house our toxins, right? Kidneys, digestive tract, that's why we go to the bathroom. Ultimately, everybody, young and old, need to be drinking Cali every single day for the rest of your life, so that the body has the ability to release what keeps us sick, and at the same time strengthens those organs that ultimately you need them strong. You need your kidneys strong, so that whatever germs you take in, it has the ability to flush out for you. So I'm always saying, don't shortchange, right, the systems of your body, your brain, or your organs in really self-care. And all of the Sunrider foods, these tonight specifically for everyone who's at school or for all of us in our life right now, to boost our immune systems, keep us healthy and strong through the season. But all of us need to understand they all feed organs, systems, something in your body, cells, right, that you're counting on to work for you. So if we shortchange the nutrition to our body, do you really think they're going to give you what you're asking them to give you? Well, I think we all know the answer. But here is a solution, and here is an answer for each one of us. All ages, we begin today, or we begin again today, or we pat ourselves on the back and say, I'm so glad I'm already doing this today. However you want to do this, begin today. And I would encourage everybody to increase. If you're only using it a few times a week, I challenge you to 30 days, every day. And for those of you who understood my point on the body's ability to regenerate, specifically its fighter T cells, so our immune systems are ample and strong, it's 3 months. And so the concept of NBC, Nourish, Balance, and Cleanse, 3 months, guys, not 3 days, not 3 weeks. Some of you will feel great in a few days. Some of you may not know for 3 months, but I promise your cells will. I promise you, and they will support you. And that's what we're doing by feeding our bodies, our Sunrider. We are self-caring, and we are literally changing our future. Okay, so on that note, I'm going to ask whether it's Mac or it's Donna or it's Marlene, to jump in and talk about any of the other calls coming up tonight, and to thank each one of you who keep emailing. I will keep responding. And before you do that, I'm going to answer this question. I have not decided. I will, if you want to shoot Mac or okay, you can do it to me. Shoot me an email or text me if you want our Tuesday calls to be weekly, or you'd like them to be monthly, bi-monthly, whatever you'd like, okay? I'd like to hear what you'd like. I know the calls can be many for a lot of you. I don't want to overwhelm you. But this call absolutely will continue no matter what, okay? Just let me know how many times a month you'd like to hear it. Okay, from one of the three of you, calls that are coming up tonight. And happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Hi, Karen, it's Marlene. Thank you again so much for such a fantastic call. Oh my gosh, we all miss listening to you. So thank you for being here. Always great. I just wanted to let everyone know that right after this call is the Rising Stars group support call. That's with Bob and Donna. And you can go to Rising Stars and you will find the link to get on right from that particular Facebook page. And there's nothing else after that that I know of for tonight.
Awesome. And guys, go on Sunrider's website, look at all the current products, all the current specials, look at it, read about it, get excited, and then trust me on this. Start shopping, please. If there's a gift for the holiday, it's Sunrider. This is it. Give everybody a fighting chance, right? To rebuild their health or to get started. Everybody loves this. All right? Let's all make a conscious effort to share this. Please. All right, everyone. Happy holidays. Glad to have you on the call tonight. Good night.